kitties come to join me. Pain in the ass. Oh, shit. It's been a bad freaking week. Bad day today. These freaking kids are driving me freaking freaking crazy. I'm just, I don't know. Just too fucking much. Just everything is just too much. I mean, I'm actually physically getting stressed out instead of just freaking getting upset. What the hell are you doing, cats? Funny. My buddy James commented on one of these videos. I think my life story one, just to talk about my childhood and growing up and shit. Tell him I should do something funny. You know, videotape something funny if I want an audience. Well, for one thing, it doesn't matter what I do. You still need time to gain an audience. That's why every single freaking YouTube anything that when you look up how to do YouTube and make your own videos and just the software and editing, programming, and just everything having to do with, they always say, it just takes time. There ain't nothing in the damn toilet for you, you screwball cat. Yes, I'm in the bathroom again. And I'm going to keep doing this one in here until we get the fuck out of here. I'll get to this. I explained why. Because I don't want anybody else in the building to hear me. But I'll get to specifically why eventually. But just tell me do something funny. I can't. I can't. Do I look like I'm laughing? Do I look like I'm smiling? Things are just too fucking bad. Excuse me. Things are too bad. The people around me are too bad. It just, I mean, even my wife is driving me freaking nuts. It's just, honestly, I just want things to calm down. Everything just to chill. All I want to do is just go to work, which I fucking love. I mean, I'm not crazy about, the work ain't bad. It's annoying at times. Deliver mail. But I've never been one to bitch about work because you're paid to do a job. Shut the fuck up and do the job. If you don't like it, don't do it, period. Then you won't get paid. I love my job because I love the people on my route. I still forgot to count how many deliveries I have on my route. Ugh. But on average, 11-mile long route. That's how far I walk. Average 11 miles a day, and I don't have a problem with a single person on my route. Everybody is just respectful, kind, considerate, Because that's what I give them. That's the only freaking escape I have right now. So as far as doing anything funny, I'm not a comedian. You know, like freaking, what the hell they say, Robin Williams about freaking killing himself, and the whole thing about freaking depression and shit. You know, oh, it was just funny to make up for it, or I forget what the hell they said. It's like, you know what? I'm not going to cover up shit. If I'm miserable, I'm going to be miserable. It's as simple as that. I'm not going to cover it up. I'm not going to put on a show. I shut the water off on the toilet so that damn thing doesn't kick back on every freaking 5 to 10 minutes. But the base, it doesn't matter what I do. I mean, people need to watch it, and then, you know, well, not everybody's gonna like it, not everybody's gonna hate it. Sorry, my nose itchy. But I mean, you just gotta get exposure. I mean, people watch it, and then it just slowly gets more viewers and shit. So it really doesn't matter what I do. As long as it's good enough to watch, then eventually people will watch it. Sadly, right now, nobody is watching shit. I think the only people that are watching these are the people I know. My nose is freaking itchy. So it's like I'm not getting any exposure. But it's fine. I mean, it's, like I said, one video or many videos. I don't know if anybody's ever done this kind of shit. Just to put everything out there. Usually, like I said before, they just do it about one topic. Like, you know, one guy getting a divorce, catching his wife with a drone. Catch his wife cheating on him. It's only one topic. I'm going over everything I could think of. I will be honest, the other videos, the big life story videos, aren't that great. Well, not really all that great. I'm 35 years old, and remembering everything between 4 years old all the way up until 20 is, I mean, it's just so fucking hard, because, I mean, even now, new memories just keep popping in my head, and then they're gone the next day. And I forget about them, and I like doing this because this is all fresh. This is the past 6 years. Recap. Oh, I forgot, was this third or fourth video? Just a quick recap. Let's see. I moved back in with my mom and my sister to help them out, help take care of the house and everything else, and just take care of shit they couldn't or wouldn't. Let's see. Yeah, in the meantime, after I moved back, I was pretty much taking care of things there, and I was working on my first bike and riding it for that whole summer, and actually for most of the summer. Then I traded that for another bike, and I was working that for the end of the. No, I was working over there for the whole winter time. But this is just talking about the bullshit, not about what I was doing. But yeah, then my mom got a MRSA infection. And 3-4 months later, she's diagnosed with Huntington's disease, which, like I said, I think I said before, they say it's hereditary. I call that bullshit. Because, I mean, I honestly think whatever she got, whether she was misdiagnosed or not, I mean, she might just have dementia. I don't know. Huntington's dementia comes with Huntington's disease. I mean, she might just have dementia. I mean, she was only diagnosed once. But, oh yeah, she MRSA infection, she got Huntington's disease, brain went to shit, my sister's cancer came back, she had that seizure, called 911, went to the hospital, came back, metastasized, spread to her brain. She got brain operation. Damn fly. Sorry, just freaking put the kids to bed. I didn't even want to do this. I did earlier, but after them driving me crazy, I want to be an ostrich. I just want to stick my head in the freaking dirt. Hole in the ground. No, I want to stick my head in a hole in the ground and bury my head. Ugh, I'm just fucking sick and tired. But so she went for a brain operation. And in the meantime, I was taking care of the house, my mom. And then I couldn't get the house adequate enough for her to come home. Not to mention she needed more hands-on 24/7 care. So she went from the hospital to a rehab center, physical rehab center. From there to a shitty nursing home. I think the kids are jumping on their bed. That's fine. They're good. At least Brandon behaves. Then I met my wife. Ugh. She got pregnant with Joey, my firstborn. And then Angela passed 2 weeks before he was born. Then Joey was born. Then my mother went to a doctor's appointment, and from there went directly into a nursing home. And pretty much just like that, drop of a dime, eliminated her income coming in the house. Took her income away, but left her bills behind. I love how that works. It's like, oh yeah, we're gonna take her away like she's some kind of pet, like, you know. And we're gonna take her income, but that's it. We're gonna take it so we profit, but we're gonna leave the bills behind with you. I hate how this fucking whole world works nowadays. Or, you know what, how the country works. I don't know. I've never been out of the country, so I'm just going to say the country, how businesses and shit like that works. It's like the doctor just decided, oh, she's going to a nursing home. And it's like, so automatic, she was on disability. So automatically, boom, they instantly come after her money. Yeah, they did the same thing with Angela when she went in a nursing home. They instantly came after her money. So what about the bills? Well, I mean, Angela, that was fine. That was our choice to agree to put her there. But my mom, that wasn't. And it's like, you know, there was so much to take care of. I mean, the house was still in her name. She was behind on the taxes by almost 2 years, and the equity loan by almost 3 months. And I wasn't working full-time hours consistently yet. Yeah, because right before, she probably wouldn't have went there if had I gone to the doctor's appointment. But I was already working for the post office, so I wasn't there. It was just my dad and my wife. Damn cat's humping a freaking stuffed animal. And he's fixed. Damn it. One thing I hate about winter, when your nose runs, I get frequent nosebleeds anymore, especially in this left nostril. And then pretty much for all when I feel my nose running, I always have to go like this and just make sure it's not blood. Gosh, it hasn't been that frequent anymore, but I mean, it used to be. So, my mom goes in a nursing home after Joe was born, before I was working full-time hours. I wasn't in career level yet. And then barely, I forget when house she went in. We were barely getting by. I mean, well, we were getting by better than we are now. But we were still having problems. And that's when Amber, we just need a little bit of weed to take the edge off with her postpartum depression. Ended up, finally saying fuck it when shit hit the fan, where she just wanted to leave me and our son. And when I said, fuck it, go, fine. Tried contacting my nephew, and instead of contacting him, somehow we contacted a Tunkhannock drug detective, and we met up with him without knowing it, and got busted, and non-grade misdemeanor cost us $2,500 and some, or $2,600 in court costs. So $5,000 to $5,200 total between us both, plus $600 for probation for me, and $710 from her, I think it was. She was paying, I think, $60 a month. I don't know, but when we initially got caught, having to drop 2 G's on a lawyer instead of putting it towards my mom's bills cost us the house. What is that? What is that, kitty? I know, I'll give you goodies when I'm done here. I can't say the T word, Treats, because they will go nuts, and I will have to go downstairs and give them some, or else they will not stop pestering me. So, I think I ended off pretty much with my wife costing us the house because she didn't listen to me and go to a doctor or a psychologist or psychiatrist or whatever the hell, whatever. Whoever the hell can give her on some antidepressants. Because I've been on freaking Zoloft since 2011. I'm starting to get off it now. I'm just sick and tired of I don't know, it's not really working correctly for me once I've been on it for a while. it's like I don't know if it's in my head or if it's the medication, both, all the problems. I just feel so numb, like emotionally. I'm just like a zombie. I don't know. I'm just sick of it. But of course, I got a decent head on my shoulders. You know, I know enough. If shit starts going sour, my attitude and my mood and everything else, and things start affecting my family, then I know enough to go to my doctor and get back on something. Unlike her, but she still doesn't listen to me at all. So, yeah, like I said, we got a notice in the mail from the frickin' bank for, let's see, 324, 424, 480, 486. That was 3 months of equity loan payments. 486. No. 466. No. Damn it. I'm just, no. It was $162 a month. I'm not even going to freaking bother adding that up. I'm good at math, but I'm just so freaking stressed. And I mean, my head is, I'm just freaking sick and tired. So sick and fucking tired. So they sent us letters to the bank with the equity loan saying, you got to pay now instead of just shy of $500. You got to pay $2,600 by this date or get out. So we went to a company that tried helping us. They needed too much information in less, like maybe a week less, that I had no way of getting. I didn't know how to get it either. So it was like, yeah. You're gonna help people? Yeah, bullshit. You don't help those who really. I mean, if we would have had that house now, it would have been flawless. We would have had so much extra money. My wife probably wouldn't even have to work. I mean, she could have worked just a part-time job for her own spending money, but fucking cat. I mean, just it'll be funny. Here's funny. Bang my head off the door. That's what I feel like right now. I'm just fucking. I got no escape. I'll get to that too. Why I don't have an escape. So, found. Yeah, now I'm getting freaking. That's when shit really went bad. Excuse me. Domino's pizza farts. And it's only gonna get worse tomorrow because we're going grocery shopping and I am gonna pick up shit for chili. Damn cat. Oh, damn. Man, this is fucking horrible. Get the hell out of there. Too bad my wife's at work. I'll let that fester under the blanket when we go to bed. Do that shit as silent as possible and then just take the blankets and just go do a big old wave. Here's you, motherfucker. But I found a place to move. I got our income tax. And basically picked up what we needed. Just the essentials. Clothes, furniture, bed, fucking computer, silverware. Didn't take no pictures, didn't take no fucking books, no paper, nothing. Just the essentials. And just abandon the house. Well, what am I supposed to do? Cat's laying on the back of the toilet. I mean, seriously, what was I supposed to do? I couldn't do anything. I went to the only company that could help. I didn't. I had no credit. because it was years. I think it was like 2 or 3 years after paying my Grand Am off. And that was the last thing with credit I ever bothered with. So I couldn't get the equity loan transferred into my name because I actually tried putting my name on it with her. And they would not approve it. So there was nothing left to do. So, just up and abandoned the house. Moved out. Family home that's been in my family since my grandfather. Died in the mines, or died in the kitchen from the mines of having black lung. And the house just abandoned. You gotta love it. That was in Plymouth. Then we moved up to Duryea, which is a town I deliver mail in. Not going to say where specifically, but it was, excuse me, what the hell was it? It was there $525 a month, $550, or $575. Just a small 2-bedroom apartment. Hold on. I think the kids put... Well, go ahead, drink. I had to fill up the sink with water. I think the kids put... Yep, that's what it was. Thirsty. I think the kids could put their cat food in their water dish. If they do that, they won't drink it. So I just put some water in the sink for them. So yeah, we moved up there, $500 some a month. Nothing included because we had to pay $100 a year for garbage. Yeah, for the garbage, which was 1 bag a week. Anything else we had to buy our own stickers. And it was a septic system, so there was no sewer bill. Freaking tank. Wait your turn, tank. Wait your turn. I'll take care of you when I go downstairs. I'll clean your bowl out. I hate when the kids they just pick up hands full of freaking cat food and they put it in the cat's water dish. And then they if there's anything in their freaking water bowl, they won't freaking drink it. They let me know good enough. That's why he was sniffing the freaking toilet. But moved up there. It was fine for a while. Okay, when we first moved up there, used the income tax, which was fucking... Income tax was like $7,000 and some. Which is funny. Yeah, I got so much because because I really didn't earn that much that year. Joey was born April. I started working April 2014. I started working at the post office in June 2014. So I didn't make that much. That's why I got a lot back. Which is stupid because the next year I made more. were the twins, I think yeah, the next year, we had the twins in September, and I got like $1,500 less. So what the hell's up with that? I don't know. But I had $2,500 left from income tax, and I bought a motorcycle. I bought a 1999 Suzuki TL1000S for $2,300. Back in the previous bikes I had, I'd be riding around this one guy, what the hell was his name? I forget his name, but he had it. I used to ride around with him. He had the TL, and he gave it to his brother, and his brother sold it to me. And that's a whole nother story. I think I already went over that. But I'll just go over it real quick. About the bike, you know, it was February or early March. I think it was like it was early March. It was so freaking cold out. I rode the damn bike home in the teens. It was like freaking 14 degrees out. And bike had just shy of 15,000 miles on it. And 15,000 miles, the first valve adjustment. I did that, and all hell broke loose. All of a sudden, the thing started misfiring like a sumbitch. I didn't do anything wrong. And even though I went over it again and again and again, I could adjust that freaking timing and the freaking valve, so my eyes closed by now. Long story short, after freaking, rebuilding the whole freaking throttle bodies, new parts, adjusting them, syncing them, everything, getting a freaking, not a power command. It was like a power command of FI Tuner Pro. It's for Suzuki specific motorcycles. Ended up being the ECU. Everybody online was saying the ECU after a while. I was like, how the fuck could it be the ECU? I didn't touch that. All I did was adjust the valve clearances, which were even a .001 wouldn't even fit in a couple of them, or whatever the hell the freaking digits are. I forget where the decimal point is, like .03 or .01 or .001 or whatever. Oh, feeler gauges. I got 2 sets in my box, so it's positive what he's sliding around the toilet. He's looking, how do I get down? How can I get down? Come here, Snug. Snug guys. Come here, buddy. Nope. And there comes Tank. But it ended up being the ECU. I have no fucking idea how. That's because it was a faulty design. In 1997, the first year they came out, they actually had a massive recall on them. So I guess they just simply jimmy rigged the setup for it to work and not actually fix it. I mean, how the hell does an ECU all of a sudden start acting up from a simple valve adjustment? The timing was not off. Everything was perfect. And it just started misfiring. It's like, you go to school for that kind of shit, like, programming an ECU. You go to school to learn how to do that shit. And then you fail? Dude, you went to school for it. How the hell can you fucking fail that bad? And then everybody, the company, release it to the public. It's like, it just doesn't make sense to me. It's like, I couldn't see myself doing that. Hell, that should be straight up illegal. I mean, it's like hiring a lawyer that went to law school for as long as possible, and then he gets up defending you, and he just completely blows it. It's like, dude, you went to school for this shit. But so, in the end, between fixing it, doing, just fixing everything possible that could be possibly causing the misfiring, and all kind of suspension upgrades, just all kind of upgrades and mods, shit like that, I end up just a little bit over $3,000 into it. I mean, new mufflers, brand new rear shock, a rear suspension setup, new fork seals, fork oil, new forks, upgraded fork springs for my weight. Fucking lithium battery, just between buying the bike and all the upgrade, everything that cost me, I had $5,500 into the bike total. I'll just leave that there. So, we're living there in a little two-bedroom for a while. We signed a year lease. We were there just shy of 2 years. And Joey turns 2. That's when all hell started breaking loose. We're on the street, back road. I mean, not really it was like a country road, not a back road, not a dirt road. It was a regular road that went through the countryside, and rigs, big trucks that freaking fly up that road all the time. First thing my son Joey started doing was, first he learned how to unlock the screen door. He would get out, and instead of running up into the backyard, he would run straight down the driveway in his freaking diaper, straight towards the street. It was about 20 yards, 30 yards away from our front door. Let's see, the first time I caught him the first time he did it. Or no, he did it twice on me. First time I heard him, second time, all of a sudden, I was on the computer, all of a sudden as he was gone, and of course my eye, I seen him go right past the door, down the driveway, straight towards the freaking street. I mean, if he would have got to the street, it would have been some Pet Cemetery 1 shit. That little boy goes out into the road and gets hit by a freaking tractor trailer, yeah. So, I'm in my boxers. I just, barefoot, and the driveway's nothing but gravel. I freaking got up. I never ran so fast in my life after that kid. I tanned his ass. I didn't abuse him. I just freaking, his diaper was on. I gave him a wax on the butt. Try to teach him, don't do that. I'd rather have him crying from getting smacked in the butt than freaking getting pulverized like a freaking animal crossing the street or in the road. Speed limit's 45. They don't go 45. The crotch rockets that fly down that street, sports bikes, they usually go like 75 plus past that house. Still jumping on the bed. So then we started keeping the storm doors shut. That one had a deadbolt latch. So we keep the screen locked and the deadbolt. Well, he started learning how to undo the deadbolt. Finally, I said, you know what, that's it. I got a chain lock. You know, the chain where you could open up the door so much. I put it right at the top corner of the door. And I put it so it's tight where literally the door could open like 2 inches. And that was it. So we'd have to worry about it. I mean, he'd be there with the broomstick trying to undo it. No, he couldn't do it. So that's when he first started getting out. And he was quite destructive too in his room. He'd be ripping off the freaking covers of the baseboard heaters, ripping the covers off, bending them, and all kind of shit. And broke his crib. I remember one time he took his crib mattress out of it and stood it up tall lengthwise, and climbed up on the top of it. I opened the door and there he was sitting there buck naked on the top of on the top of the frickin' crib, like 2 feet from the ceiling. I don't know if I put the video on here, but I had to get the video on Facebook. Freaking second, I think it was like the second time, or no. I think it was the first time. Yeah, the first time my wife was like, Joe, come here and see what your son did. So I brought my phone over and recorded it. What are you doing up there? He takes after his mother. Everything he does wrong, I try to teach him, unlike I was. Excuse me. I try to teach him. I explain to him why you don't do these things and what could happen if you do them. Getting hurt, shit like that. Never listens, though. Never, ever listens. Tank, go somewhere. Do something. Lay down. Go over there. Something. So then, financial hardships really started when, anytime you want to move, Tank, you don't need to leave. Just get the hell out of the way. The real struggle started when my wife was working at One Turkey Hill, full-time overnights, and she wanted to transfer closer to home. The manager lied to her, basically said, yeah, you could transfer to this office or this store and you'll be still third shift full time. That's all I told her. Don't worry about it. So she transfers. She lied to her. There was no full-time third shift available. They were putting her on second shift, and at the time I was getting out at 4 o'clock and they were starting her at 4 o'clock. So she had to quit. And then, that was in the summer, I believe. She didn't get another job for at least 3 to 5 months. And, you know, paying all the bills and everything else was really taking a freaking toll on us. Because, like I said, I was taking out I got 4 credit cards just to pay the bills and buy food at the time. I mean, literally, we never got so bad as we are now. But it was getting tough. I mean, I took 1 credit card out just to help build my credit back up. Because we wanted to get FHA loan to get a house. Then, you know, shit hit the fan, and all of a sudden, hey, here's another one. Well, shit, we're barely filling the house with food. Well, you know, we got bills to pay. Well, I'll take that credit card. Another one comes, sure, I'll take that one. I wasn't being greedy. I was just, hey, I can get shit paid and buy food and stuff like that. Not thinking that I wouldn't be able to pay on them. I mean, I was at first. Then she got a job at a new Amazon warehouse nearby. And she was bringing home almost as much as I was, which was great. Everything was awesome. Then, yeah, she was working 3rd shift. So she was, yeah, twins were there. So, she was working 3rd shift. She'd come home and go to sleep. Joey was fine in his room. And, well, then he learned, there were old wooden windows too. The wooden frame, the wooden frame. And unlocking it wasn't really easy. Well, he learned how to unlock it, and opening it was even harder. You know, with the whole pulley system with the windows and shit. I don't think they had the pulley system. That would have been easy to open. Either that or it was removed. But it was 2 or 2.5. Or almost 2.5. And he unlocked his window, opened his window, pushed the screen out, dropped down 6 feet into buck naked after he took his diaper off, dropped down onto rocks, by the way, below, dropped down into the landlord's backyard. Luckily, it was fully fenced in, 6 feet high, or 7 feet. I think 7. Yes, I think, 7 feet high. Because, I mean, 6 feet, I could probably go on my tippy toes and see over, but literally I'd have to jump up to see over the freaking fence. Thank God, a week or 2 prior, they put the cover on their in-ground pool, which can hold up to 350 pounds. So my wife is sleeping. I think she was on the couch. And the landlord's daughter's boyfriend came home for lunch. Found him in the backyard jumping on the pool cover. I'm at work, so he brings him over. He's banging on the friggin' front door. My wife opens up, and she's in shock because a guy or the neighbor with my naked or naked son. What does he say to her? And he's lucky I wasn't home. Here's your fucking kid. And he said this like an asshole too. Here's your fucking kid. He was running around my fucking yard naked. And then he fucking said, "Oh, you want me to call the fucking cops and shit like that?" She should have said, "Yeah," because like he let himself in the house. Like after she opened the door. Oh, thank God I wasn't home. He would have came in with that kind of mouth. He would have went out. I swear he would have went out with at least a broken jaw. Because I would have freaking hit him, and if it didn't break, it would have went down, and I would have kicked his fucking head until his jaw broke. And I'm not talking broken bone. I mean, his jaw would be fucking over here. I'm not acting like a tough guy. Just the number one rule, like just the number one rule for all categories that it falls in. You don't mess with a man's family. You don't. Below that is you never mess with another man's woman or wife, but when they have a family, that is a line you do not cross, because that is the most dangerous that's the most dangerous area you could go in if it's somebody who actually cares about their family. Because me, I mean, the way I care about my fucking kids and my wife and shit, well, kids specifically, if God himself was to come down here and say to me, you got to go to hell for eternity to save your son or your sons, that'd be all I have to hear. I'd be walking ahead of him. I'd spend eternity in hell for my fucking kids. Like I said, I'm a Christian. I believe in heaven. I believe in hell. Suffering for eternity in hell for my fucking kids, no fucking problem. I wouldn't even hesitate. So if I would do that for my kids, suffer for eternity, there's nothing I wouldn't do for my fucking family. Absolutely nothing. Nothing I wouldn't do. Especially if somebody threatened them or something like that. Say somebody ever showed up in my house, like, in a harmful way, they'd be dead. Simple as that. I'd kill them with my bare hands to defend my freaking family. And I wouldn't care. That's just, like I said, that's just the most dangerous fucking place to go, is mess with somebody's family. You just don't fucking do it. I mean, in this day and age, honestly, seems like society is killing the old-fashioned family, but I'm old-fashioned. And like I said, I'm Christian. It's said to put God first. No. I put my family before God. No offense to God, Jesus, or anyone else. The way I look at it, you know what? God can take care of himself. Jesus can take care of himself. They all can. They don't need me to take care of them. My family, they need me to take care of them. That's how I look at it. But, yeah, he brings them over. And I'm at work. Afterwards, my wife calls me up. And she is crying. She is hysterical. She could barely even talk on the phone. The only words she got out were, I think it was Joey got out of the house or Joey got into the landlord's backyard. Something like that. She said it in such a way as if as if you just know the next words were, he's dead. That's exactly how she said it. Was as if her next the words were, he's dead. She went silent. Well, not silent. She couldn't speak. She was so hysterical. She was so upset. She couldn't speak for at least another 30 seconds. I started fucking screaming at her. Not being a dick. I just kept yelling at her. Is he okay? Finally, she spit out, yes, he's okay. Oh, I've never been that upset in my life. So I yelled at her more. I said, this time I was a dick because she got me upset for no reason. Because I swear she lacks the amount of common sense I have compared to me. I yelled at her. I said, anything fucking happens, you fucking start with, he's okay. That's the first words that come out of your mouth. Because when you're as selfless as me, and you think about your family before everything before yourself, that's what you start with. And anymore, that's what she said. Anytime he got into trouble, that's... Because I really, really thought my freaking son was dead. The way she freaking started talking and then couldn't speak, and I was just freaking out. So, my butt's getting sore. So, she explained to me everything that asshole fucking said. And then the landlord called her and basically said, oh, you better get a babysitter for that kid while you're sleeping, or I'm going to evict you. And my wife was still hysterical. Oh man, my ass bone! Oh, that hurt. Ow, fuck. Oh. So, I get off the phone with her, and then the landlord calls me. She got like 2 words in. I've never spoken to her like this before. I started fucking screaming at her. Don't you ever fucking upset my wife like that again. I mean, I was just going off. Like I said, you don't fuck with somebody's family. You just... Oh, he could have drowned. She's freaking out and bitching even more, and said the same thing to me. And then that's when shit started. I still have the text messages from her, like a week later or something like that. I forget what the hell it was. I gotta repair my phone. My phone's dead, and the plug where you plug the plug on the bottom of the phone where you charge it's broken. I got 2 replacements coming where I just gotta unsolder it and then unsolder the old one and put the new one in. I'm pretty sure basically I got a text message from her basically fucking saying she wants us out. She wants us to move out. And then October 31st, last year, pretty much a year ago, a year and 16 days ago, because it's November 16th now, I get a certified letter from her stating just the bullshit damages my kids, Joey, did, which is bullshit. Right before that, she came over. Oh, that's right. She wanted to do an inspection. She didn't give a notice. And she came over knocking on the door knowing I was at work. And like an idiot, my wife let her in. My wife just woke up. 3 kids in diapers. 3 kids shit themselves. So obviously the house stunk. She just got done changing them. She complained about the stink, and then Joey got into the closet and had clothes all over the room, the bedroom. Clothes. There was no damage. It was just a mess. So she sees that. Oh, I can't be having this. She's like, no, I want you guys out of here. As she said to my wife. Frickin' pussy ass little cunt bitch. This rich, stuck up fucking piece of shit who she never earned a dime in her fucking life. Everything she has was left to her from her fucking mother. Thinking her shit don't stink. That's one thing she did. So, like I said, Halloween, I get a fucking 60-day notice that she wants us out. So it's like, yeah. What's 60 days after Halloween? December 31st. So it's like, hey, Merry Christmas. Fuck you. I already told her that we were getting out of there as soon as we can, mostly because it was unsafe. Because Joey's getting out into the freaking driveway, running towards the street, and everything else. Him getting out of the house, opening the windows, was no longer an issue because I freaking drilled the window shut. I put screws right above the windows, so the window only opened up like a crack. And she said, "Oh, that's illegal. That's a fire hazard." No, it's not. What's more important? What's safer? The possibility of a fire and something happening to them, or the absolute certainty of him? Yeah, and then the absolute certainty of him getting out if I don't do that and getting hurt again, or getting hurt this time, because he didn't get hurt when he first got out. One's a possibility, one's a certainty. Which would you fucking take? The law could kiss my ass when it comes to the safety of my family. But it's not illegal. She's just a fucking retarded cunt. Sorry about that word. She's just fucking dumb as shit. Forgive me, I have so much hatred for that frickin' woman. So, we start looking. And no money saved. Because this showed up out of the blue. Like I said, we were planning to move out with income tax. But she just said, fuck you. You ain't going to wait that long. I want you out. Now, I had 1, 2, 3 state troopers on my route. Now 2. A guy who works for the sheriff's department. And 2 local cops. I asked every single one except one local cop. He's never home. He's literally home maybe one day out of the month when I'm delivering mail, or I see him maybe one day a month. I asked them all, what do you think I should do? They all just said, just get the fuck out. It's not worth going to court over. You know, this bitch is nuts. They just basically said, you know what, just as soon as you can, just get out of there, because you're just going to go through more headaches and it's just not going to be worth it. So back to the motorcycle. $5,500 into it. Thing was perfect. It just had an old paint job. I mean, the paint wasn't bad. It was just faded and old. I mean, you know, a wax job and a polishing looked great. So the motorcycle was the only thing I had for myself. The only thing. I paid all the bills, bought all the food, did all the cooking. The motorcycle was the only thing I wanted for myself, because get on the bike and ride. The thing about riding, if you actually take the safety course or have decent riding friends who know enough to share their wisdom with you, you don't ride angry or stressed or troubled or anything. Any bullshit, any baggage you have, you fucking drop that shit before you get on a motorcycle. First wipeout I had on a motorcycle was because I didn't. I was working third shift, and I had to stay late. I got forced to stay late, and I was mad as hell. And I was on my way home on the bike. I usually I ride home by right next to the river, and I usually stop at the one boat launch. It's a regular blacktop parking lot. I usually stop there and have a couple cigarettes when I smoked. When I smoked tobacco. This time, I stopped at a dirt parking lot. Excuse me, much closer because I was so mad. Pulling in, I didn't notice all the gravel right on the edge of the road. I gave it, like, damn, sorry. I gave it too much front brake. All of a sudden, my bike went from this to this in a flash. Just boom. Whole left side landed on the bike. My whole right side landed in the dirt. Cut all up in here. Big gash right here on my elbow. Was bleeding all over. I was literally 10 yards right in front of a guy sitting in there in his station wagon. Literally, I'm right in front of him. He comes out, you okay, you okay? I'm just like, I had my helmet on, down. I was just like, picked the bike up. Only thing that happened was I fucking bent the handlebars. That's right, I rode home, one side like this, and the other side was like this. But yeah, if I would have just got on the bike after I calmed down, I would never stop there to calm down. I would have already been calm. But that's why I love the bike, because you get on it and everything just melts away. You leave it behind, but as well as on the bike, everything just melts away for me. It's just so nice just riding a bike. It's just so relaxing. I mean, alcoholics have alcohol. Junkies have drugs. Bikers, they have the ride, and it's, if you've never ridden before, you really can't understand. I mean, it just, so that's all I wanted. I just wanted my bike. That's it. That TL1000S. Well, guess what? No money, and I'm not going to let my fucking family get Christmas ruined by taking all the present money to pay for the move. No, as usual, selfless me has to sacrifice my happiness for them. That's fine. I'll do it every fucking day. That's my job. That's my duty, that's my calling, that's my job, that's everything. I mean, anybody else is a piece of shit if they don't. So I put the bike up for sale. Ended up selling. I fucking finally got rock bottom was $2,500. Guy come up from Jersey. Haggling me over. The only thing he could was the paint job. Which, if I would have seen the condition of his bike he rode up on, I would have told him to stick it. But well, I would have wanted to. But he offered me $2,100. He wouldn't budge off it. So I was like, fine. He had $2,500 in cash with him. So I said, you know what? Fine. $2,300. That's what I initially bought the bike for. And it was worth, stock condition, it was worth $28. Now they say add-ons don't add value to the bike. Yes and no. Mostly no, but this case, yes for the bike. Because the rear suspension design, the stock design on that bike was dangerous and extremely flawed. So me upgrading it to a bi-tubo rear suspension was pretty much an upgrade in every single way possible. Safety, riding, everything. You know? And then even the upgraded fork springs. Same thing. You know? All stock fork springs. They're for frickin' pretty much Japanese people that weigh 100 pounds. I mean, when I'm like 250, 260, those stock springs are garbage. The max they go up to is like what, for somebody at the most, 160 pounds? But he would not budge off of $2,100. And he knew, I explained the whole situation to him about, you know, her giving us a letter to leave in 60 days and, you know, sacrificing this for my family, and he would not fucking budge. It's like I said in a different video about talking about the motors, I was talking about the past and the current motorcycle situation. Just because most of my subscribers are motorcycle people, and I've been making videos about working on the bikes and riding and shit like that. That's where I get most of my current subscribers from. So it's like, I've been making all these non-motorcycle videos, and if anybody's been watching, it's like, they're probably wondering where the hell any of their shit is. So I just wanted to update them. I went over everything. It's like one thing I said in there, you know, hey, if I was the buyer, and I knew that situation was true, they weren't pulling my leg, $2,500 would have been the least amount I would give. But that's right, I'm not a fucking asshole. I'm not a greedy piece of shit. I'm a selfless fucker, and I can appreciate that kind of sacrifice. You know, if I seen somebody else trying to make it for their family. But that's the day and age we live in now. Yeah, wrap yourself in the flag, because if it wasn't for the laws in this country, you kind of people, you greedy ass motherfuckers, I'd be taking a lot more than your ass. Sorry, just gets me worked up how people are. Like, not everybody, too many people are just too freaking bad in so many ways. So, $2,100, less than what I initially bought it for, after putting like about a little bit more than $3,000 into it. And I only put 2,500 miles on the fucker in a year and a half of owning it, because I was too busy fixing it and upgrading it. So I'm not going to ride a bike where, you know, steady throttle and things going like this, you know. Misfiring and the bike is bucking back and forth. So we had the money, we start looking around, and we find this place. Half a double, $700 a month, 3-bedroom. Cellar, first floor, second floor. So $1,400 went to moving in, rent a unit, and additional for the U-Haul and the moving and everything else. And everything to I'll get there, but this is kind of friends I don't have and family I don't have. Well, family, I mean, I got nobody left. No, actually, then or did I? I think I stopped, I think it was before that I stopped talking to any of my family members that were left. Well, the ones I really didn't give a shit anyway, but. So, there we are, me, my wife. We are moving on the only day off I had. Thanksgiving. No help from anybody. Nobody offered. Nobody asked, we always had Sundays off. Nobody offered, hey, why don't you wait till Sunday will come up? Nope. Nobody helped. A few like Joe and Janelle, two co-workers I'm really good friends with, they were helping me by keeping an eye out for anything available for rent. They have their own son, their own family, own shit to take care of. That's fine. Another co-worker did the same for me, kept his eye open for places. Other than those 3 people, nobody at work even bothered. Never offered to help. None of my friends, even just like I said, instead of doing on Thanksgiving, hey, why don't you wait until this Sunday? We'll help out. Nope. No help from anybody. Absolutely nothing. That's how it always been. So we moved out on Thanksgiving, and then I think it was the following Sunday is when we spent like $300 and some on paint and just shit to fix it back up the way it was before, even though we didn't have to. Well, I'm talking the walls, just regular wear and tear on walls. I guess if you could see right here, that makeup my son did. Shit like that. It's like, moving out of here, but I have to, if I can't clean that off with water, soap and water, would I legally have to repaint this whole wall? No. That's considered normal wear and tear. But I went overboard for that bitch and repainted the entire fucking apartment. 2 bedrooms. The kitchen didn't need it. 2 bedrooms. And the dining room was just like the other half of the kitchen. That needed like 2 walls, only small walls, and the whole living room. Repainted it, and it looked better than it did before. Except the one room you could still see the marks from the rollers. And the bathroom. I missed a few spots in the bathroom. I forgot about it. But we pretty much cleaned that entire place out in a single day. It took us all fucking day. Yeah, moving and cleaning, doing all that with a toddler running around and 2 newborn. Yeah, 2-month-old babies. Doing all that. Then we move. And she did the final inspection. She is nitpicking every tiny little fucking detail. The one thing she fucking went, oh, I spent like $5,000 having this whole place repainted. I laughed at her. She said that before to my wife. This is the first time she said it to me. I laughed at her. I said, if you spent that much on this place to get repainted, you got ripped off. Because, first of all, they painted over the electrical sockets. The other thing they did around the light fixtures in the bedrooms and the fan, the ceiling fan in the living room, they left the tape around it where it's closest to the ceiling to keep from paint getting on it. They left the tape on it. So no, they didn't. She didn't have any professional at all. She probably had her fucking daughter's friends do it, or whoever. But there she is nitpicking every little fucking thing, everything possible. And she notices the bathroom. The paint wasn't finished. I blamed it on my wife. I said, Amber was doing this, and she must have missed it. I didn't check it. I didn't notice. I said, I still got the paint right here. I left the leftover paint there. And then she's bitching about the caulking in the shower, how it got all black. Not nasty black, but just it got black. It was almost 2 years. All of it. Caulking does that all the time. Not to mention, especially when you keep the door shut and locked, because you don't want a little toddler getting into the bathroom and getting hurt on anything, or breaking shit, or getting into anything. So, you take a shower, you shut the door, all that moisture is going to stay in the room. So obviously, it's going to get into the caulking, it's going to... She's bitching about that. Oh, look at how filthy this is. No. Mine never got like this. I keep mine clean all the time. And she tried fucking telling me, you need to clean this up or you ain't getting your security deposit, which was $700 or $750 or something like that. I'm just thinking, really? You're gonna try to do that? And then that's when I started getting fucking firing right back at her. I said, I'm like, I don't have to do anything. I'm like, that's normal wear and tear. I said, legally, I don't have to do half the shit I did. And I was like, you're just being a freaking bitch to me. And I said, and then I told her, I said, I was going to redo it, but I was like, I just forgot about it because I was doing other things. And I told her, I said, I got the caulking at home. I already bought it to redo it. And I said, I don't have to redo it. I said, that's normal wear and tear. I said, but I was going to. I said, why should I with your attitude? And that's when she walked away and was like, oh, maybe I should have called children and youth. Child services or whatever, something like that. When my son got out, I fucking looked at her. I went straight up evil on her ass. I said, "Don't you fucking go there." She would have called children and youth. That would have been it. That would have been it. I'm not gonna say it was. I would have been in jail. I would have went to jail. So, since she just said, she already had a check written out apparently. And she's like, you know what? She's like, redo the paint, or finish the paint, redo the caulking, and then I'll give you the check because I just want you out of here. I just want you out of here. I said, the feeling's mutual. I said, fine. I got my car. I went over here. I went and got my thing of caulking. As soon as I arrived, she texted me saying, forget about it. Just come back. I'll give you your check. No, I was already here. I grabbed the caulking. I went back. She handed me the check. I handed her caulking. And I basically told her, I was like, if you don't want anything like this happening, you should just put in your ad that you don't want kids. Oh, I've had kids here all the time, and I never had this problem. Probably not, and we figured out why there was a problem later on. So, that was it. She gave me the check. And I literally went there. I went straight to the fucking bank and cashed it. Because I wasn't even giving her not even 10 minutes to call up her bank and cancel it. That's why I hate when people have one over on me. Because if I would have freaking told her right to her face how I really felt, she would have canceled the check. So I just basically had to just bite my tongue. I was literally sitting there thinking, I had the check right in my pocket, in my hand. In my hand, in my pocket. I'm just sitting there thinking. I was literally thinking in my head over and over, just shut the fuck up. Yeah, keep your mouth shut and leave. Keep your mouth shut and leave. You got the money. Keep your mouth shut and leave. I had my security deposit back. I mean, I earned it. I fucking did more than I should have. Legally, I did more than I should have. And I got my money. I got the fuck out of there. Just gone. How I feel about that fucking cunt. Where everything would have been fine if she would just left us the fuck alone for another 2 months. Actually, another 4 months. Because it was October. We had November, December, January, and February. She would just left us alone until when we said we were going to move. Everything would have been fine. Would have had the bike still. Wouldn't have been, the fucking anima. Excuse me. I mean, the pure hatred wouldn't be there. I mean, honestly, when I see her obituary, or if I hear about her fucking death, I'm not even gonna say passing, I am gonna fucking celebrate. I'm not fucking joking. I will celebrate that worthless, evil, fucking stuck-up cunt's death. Like I said, I'm a Christian, but I do not have the same views on that kind of situation like Jesus had. To a point. I mean, if a person if a person's evil or did evil things, but they repent and they go to God or go to Jesus or whatever you would go, if they try to change themselves and become a good person, that's different. That is respectable. You can't damn that. I mean, you could disagree and hate what they did, but you can't really. But no. Fucking some straight up evil ass pricks like that only care about their earthly things, their possessions, their money, their status, their looks. Fuck them. And the lion will lay down with the lamb. Yeah, I'm the fucking lion, and I'm gonna eat those fucking lambs. I do not agree with that at all. Evil should just be fucking just snuffed out with even more evil. Just fucking obliterate it. And just fucking, I've just had it with all the bullshit. I'm just sick and fucking tired. I mean, all that happened was a freak accident. Maybe my fucking wife said she used to get out all the time as a kid. She'd be running up the street, all the way up the street, buck naked, as a little girl with 2 years old. It's like, I guess that's just my luck to get rent right next door to a fucking idiot like that. But yeah, it cost, how much freaking stress and costing me the bike and putting us in that situation for no good reason. Doing that to a good, struggling, hardworking family. No. That bitch does not deserve any good anything in this fucking existence or the next one. Yeah, I'm going to end it there. Because it just gets better. Yeah. How badly I'm talking about that old landlord? Well, the situation here is much worse. Except we have more knowledge about the situation, so this landlord can't pull what that bitch did. If we would have known what we know now, and her trying to kick us out of that apartment, I could have sued her and I could have owned her frickin' all her land and I could have kicked her out for that shit. She's lucky we didn't know what we know now, which I'll save that for the next video. Sorry for going off, but just freaking, I just hate evil fucking people. Evil, selfish fucking pieces of shit. It's like, it's not hard to be, it's actually harder to be a good fucking person, but it's more rewarding in here. I mean, where the hell's being a dick at you? I mean, even if you're doing it because you have low self-esteem, that's just pathetic. That's another reason why I hate the internet. Because if these videos had fucking, like, say, 1 million views, I don't know how many freaking negative comments I'd have on there. It's like, what for? It's like, what the hell's the point? And these videos, I'm just, just trying to be honest and sincere and straight up. And they'd be full of bullshit. Bullshit comments, probably. But of course I would say, like, comment, and subscribe, but nobody's watching these videos. Nobody except the fucking 3 or 4 people that I know personally. I don't know why. I mean, maybe it's the headlines or the title of it or the fucking picture of the video they see. It's like, what, just me sitting here, like this or something like that. It's like, the fuck does it matter? The headline, it's like, my life, I think it's like something like, my life, the start of hell. It's like, what? That sounds interesting. I mean, if I was browsing, I'd seen something like that. It didn't look stupid. I'd click on it. And like James said, they're a little long. It's like, I mean, hell, I sat there and watched a couple of my videos all the way through. I found it entertaining watching myself talk. I mean, not in a egotistical way, or just watch like some people, you like hearing yourself talk. Not in that kind of way. Just watching myself on video from a third person perspective, like an outside perspective. Like I can watch my own video of myself talking as if I'm watching somebody else talk, not me. It's just I can analyze my own videos of myself that way. I didn't find any of them boring or just, I don't know. I'm getting tired. I am tired. Sick and tired. Not to mention, that's probably going to end soon. I think this will be the first or second video that I will actually end before that fucker goes beep, 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 or you're right in the middle of talking, but we're going to shut off. Like I said, I got no fucking clock. My phone's dead and my alarm clock's in my room. I'm doing this up here so nobody could hear me except my kids. I'm snuggled sleeping. Where's that snuggles? Don't fucking bother me. I'll get him out. I'll say the T word. But yeah, sorry James, I'm not gonna do any goofy videos because one, everybody's already doing it. How many people that I don't know anybody that is doing shit like this other than one specific topic or a whole bunch of subtopics about one topic. Like people talk about like stupid politics, and they'll just go over everything to do with politics and all the bullshit with that crap. Me, I'm just going over my entire life as much as I can remember, and that's it. I'm not going over one situation, and that's it. So I don't know anybody that does that has done that on YouTube. Maybe they have. I've never seen it. I've never heard of it. So, I mean, if you want to get out there to a lot of people on YouTube, you got to be different somehow. I mean, acting goofy in front of a camera really, it's already overly done. Same thing why I'm just sitting here in front of the camera. Because people going talking about shit and doing vlogs are always holding the fucking camera up here. Like here, I'll finish the freaking stupid thing off. They're always walking around with the camera like this. And it's always jumping around to different freaking scenes in different areas of the freaking, wherever they're walking. Like they'll be saying one thing like here, and it'll skip and they'll be downstairs or outside or up the block, and they'll be still talking about the same thing. It's just, no, it's like, it's the same thing over and over. I don't care how many people do it, and if it's entertaining, if you see the same thing over and over, it's boring, it's annoying. I'd rather sit there and just have a camera just in one spot and having somebody just let it out. So, catch you later.